All right, so we're back for part 2 of our high intensity interval training workout today. So we're going to hopefully you grab some water. Remember, you're always just doing what feels good for you, exercising at your own risk today. So we're going to start with our first high intensity interval. This is going to be 90 seconds. So get ready. Remember, you're doing your best to continue to move. So we're going to start with squats or jump squats 15 times. So if you're jumping up, you can reach your arms up. 3, 4, 5, you can also just squat down. 6, 7, 8, nice and big. 9, 10, goal here is to get your heart rate up. 13, 14, big arm swing. 15, good. Whew. March or walk. We're going to go back to that sprinter hop that I showed you at the beginning. So that's going to be knee, lunge back, knee, lunge back, and if you want, jump up. Here we go. 10, each side. 9, big posture. 8, drive that knee. 7, 6, 5, 4, keep your chest lifted. 3, 2, last one. Good, switch sides. Put your left leg in front, same thing again. Driving that knee up, support if you need to, jump if you'd like. 2, 3, 4, 10 times. 5, drive it up. 6, big arms. 7, 8, 9, 10, good, walk or jog. Remember, we want to do our best to keep moving in between the high intensity intervals and the functional / strength intervals. So next we're going to need our chair. We're going to do what's called some hover moves. So the goal of this is that you're going to keep your butt just above the chair, just enough so that if you do need to, you can sit down. Otherwise, you're maintaining that deep isometric squat for the whole time. So 3, 2, 1, take your legs out nice and wide, hover over the chair, and we're going to hold. 10, 9, belly is in, chest is lifted. 5, 4, 3, nice deep squat. 2, 1. Now we're going to straighten up almost all the way. 2, we're going to do that 10 times. 3, belly is in. 4, if you'd like, you can move those arms. 5, 6, 7, not quite straightening the knees all the way. Chest is lifted. 9, 10, good, go back to that hover. Holding and breathing, do whatever feels good for your arms here. We're going to alternate lifting heels up for 10, 9, hovering, 8, 7, you can always sit down if you need to take a little break. 5, belly is in. 3, 2, 1, good, we're going to start to straighten up again. 10 and hover. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, good. We're going to open and close to the side, so get in that squat position, arms out nice and big. Go to the right, middle, left, middle. 3, middle, left, middle. 5, middle. 6, middle. 7, 8, 2 more. 9, you got this. 10, good, walk or jog. Woo, great job. Going back to our next high intensity interval, we're going to start with that walking and jogging here. So go ahead and just keep moving around, keeping your heart rate up. You might also raise and lower your arms just to really increase that intensity if that's available to you. Otherwise, nice big march, big arm swing. Good, we're gonna keep it going here for about 20 more seconds. So do what works for you. Goal is to keep that big posture, keep moving the entire time, and this is our high intensity cardio interval, so we want that rating of perceived exertion up there, between 6 to 8 out of 10, working hard to very hard. So walk or jog, 3, 2, 1, we're going back to our squat jumps or squats for 15. So 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, big arm swing, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. Walk or march. Keep moving. Jog or march it out. We're going to go back to those sprinter hops. Chair back if you need to. Right leg forward. Left leg back. Remember, you're going to drive that knee up and back. Add a hop if you can. 10 times on each side. That's 2, 3, 4. Drive that knee up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Switch sides. Last 10. Left foot forward. Drive that knee up. Add a hop if you'd like. 2, 3, 4. Don't hit your chair. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. March or jog it out. This would be a good time to get some water. Check in with yourself. Ask yourself how hard you feel like you're working on that rating of perceived exertion scale 1 to 10. 1 is super, super light, like you're sitting and resting. 10 is very, very hard, like the hardest you've ever worked before. We want you in the 6 to 8 range, preferably the entire time. So do your best to keep moving even when I'm talking. Next up, we're going to work on our turning. So you can have a chair behind you if you'd like. We're going to work first on 90-degree turns, and then we're going to work on 100-degree turns. 180, excuse me. So facing me, you're going to take two steps, turn to the left, 2 steps, turn back to the center, 2 steps, turn to the right, and I'm mirroring you. Okay, so we're going to do that. Here we go, and then we'll take 2 steps to do 180 degrees. So we're going to start going to the left. So 2 steps to a 90-degree turn, 2 steps back to center, 2 steps to the right. Good. So 2 steps, nice and big. 2 steps, 2 steps, 2 steps. Good. 2, nice and big. Big steps, keeping those feet nice and wide, using that power stance. So we're not getting into any trouble with our feet being tangled up in each other. Good. 1 more. Good. And back to center. So now we're going to do the same thing, similar, but we're going to go all the way around 180 degrees. So not 360, but 180 in 2 steps. So you're going to take 2 steps, face the back of your space, then come back and face me. 2 steps. So right now I'm leading with my right, your left. We're going to switch it up in about 10 seconds and then go the other way. 2 steps, nice and big. Good. Now we're going to go the other way. So take 2 steps to face the back, 2 steps to face forward, 2 steps to face back. Big, nice steps here. 2 steps, 2 steps. Good. Face back. Use the support if you need to for balance. Face backwards. Good. We're going to do 2 more. Face the back, face forward, and march or jog. Here we go. So 30 seconds about here, walking or jogging it out. Again, coming back to our high intensity interval, you can move your arms up over your head if that feels good. If you feel like doing some cherry or apple pickers, whatever works out best for you is perfectly fine. So anything where your arms are up above your shoulder height is really going to help to get your heart rate up a little bit more. Don't feel like you have to do that. You could also just walk forward and backwards nice and big, or march big in place. So lots of choices today. Continuing to move and breathe. Good. March or jog. I'm going to do about 15 more seconds of marching or jogging. Then we're going to go back to our squat jumps or squats. So take those feet nice and wide. 15 squat jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drive it up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, good, walk or jog. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get down to the floor, and we're gonna work on some leg lifts from either a hands and knees or a forearm position. So chair if you need to get down to the floor. Go ahead and come down. Your hands are going to be just underneath your shoulders. We're gonna work on extending the leg back without dumping into the low back. So walk or jog as you're listening to me demonstrate here. The other choice is to come down to your forearms, lift the leg. Be mindful to flex that foot so you're not keeping your toe pointed, but you're really activating the back of the leg so you can work that glute. So we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Extend the left leg back and hold, foot is flexed. Pull your tummy in. Good, release it, right leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, left leg. 5, 4, belly is in the whole time here, friends. Release, right leg back. Doing your best to get that knee crease straight up towards the ceiling. Try not to bend your knees, so you really want to feel that activation in the back of the hip. Release, left leg straightens back. Pull your belly button in towards your spine here. Good, release, right leg back and hold. Foot is flexed, so you're pulling those toes towards your face. Knee crease towards the ceiling. Release, left leg. Other option, if you don't want to be on a straight elbow, you're coming down to your forearms here. Good, release that knee, right side. Got about 30 more seconds here. Take a mini break in between, in the middle of the set if you need to. Left leg. So either way, if you're on your forearms or a straight elbow, you want to make sure you're keeping your belly in. Switch sides. 10 seconds. Good, one more time on the left. Belly is in. And switch to the right. Belly is in. And release. Good, go ahead and safely make your way back up to standing. Chair if you need to for balance, and walk or jog it out. So we're doing really well here. We're gonna go back to our sprinter hops for our next high intensity interval. So keep moving around. Get your chair ready if you need to. This is the one where you're gonna start in that big lunge. So left leg back, right leg forward. You're gonna drive that knee up. Jump it up if you can. 2, we're gonna do 10 times on each side. 3, 4, 5, big posture. 6, drive it up. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, march or jog, switch sides. So left leg forward, right leg back. Drive it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, drive it up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Walk or jog. Nice big arms. Let's alternate reaching up, either from a marching position or jogging position. Reaching up. Opening those hands, closing them, pretending like you're picking cherries or apples off a tree. Good, march or jog. You have 15 seconds. Good, check in with yourself. See how you're feeling. Continuing to move and breathe. Water if you need to. Good. Keep walking or marching. Next up, we're gonna do push-ups. So a couple different choices here. You're either gonna come down to the floor. You can use your chair if that works out for you. You can use a countertop. Doesn't really matter. We're gonna do sets of 10. Here we go. So chair or floor. If you are coming down to the floor, whatever position that you're in, you wanna make sure your back is straight. So even if you're on your knees, your back is straight. You have that nice line from your shoulders down to your knees. Here we go for 10. Down, down, press through, down, and up, down, and up, down, and up, down, and up. Don't worry on counting. Down and up. Don't hold your breath. Down and up, down and up, down and up. Take a breather. So depending on where you are, just kind of move the arms a little bit, shake them out. We're going to do 2 more sets of 10. That's our goal. Do what you can do. If you can only make 8, perfectly fine. If you can do 2 full push-ups and then need to come to your knees, perfectly fine. So coming back up wherever you are. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Down and up. 10, 9, belly is in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, take a little breather. For our last one, we're going to do military or narrow push-ups. So elbows are going to be in at your sides. So if you're doing them on your toes, you might need to take them to your knees. If you're doing them in the chair, perfectly fine to just kind of walk the hands in a little bit. Whatever range of motion you have, you're keeping your elbows down at your sides. So 3, 2, 1. Elbows are in. 10, 9. Belly is in. 8, 7. You're breathing the whole time, exhaling as you come up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Fight for those last couple. Last one. Good. Take your time, stretch it out a little bit. Make your way back up to a standing position here. So moving the arms, chair if you need to for balance. Walk or jog, grab a drink of water. Doing awesome. Keep it up. All right. So next we're going back to our high intensity interval. We're getting close. Getting close, friends. So we're going to go back to those squat or squat jumps. 15 of them. Here we go. So remember, you can just squat or you're going to jump up. 4, 5, 6. Sticking your butt out. Chest is lifted. 8, 9, 10, 11. Get big. Get up. 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. Sprinter hops. You guys tired of those yet? They're pretty fun. All right, so right leg forward. Let's switch it up. Let's start with the left leg forward this time. So left leg forward, right leg back. Drive the knee up, okay? So remember that as you're doing this, driving your knee, it's perfectly fine to hold on to the chair. 3, if you don't need to. 4, you're jumping it up. 5, 6, lots of choices. 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. Right foot forward. 1, 2, drive it up. 3, big arms. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. March or walk. Great job. Keep moving around. Good. Next up, we're going back down to the floor. Back down to the floor. We're going to do a little bit of a longer interval here to incorporate some core stability. So before we make our way down there, I want you to just do a little bit of walking forwards and backwards, just so you're not going from a super high heart rate all the way to the floor. Feel free to pause the video if you need to, if you need a little bit of extra time to walk before you get down to the floor. So when you're ready, we're going to go down to the floor. We're going to start with some side body balance, or side arm balance. Very good for the core strength, good for bed mobility, good for helping us move around throughout our daily activities. So go ahead and take it down to the floor. We're going to start on our left forearm. This might look familiar. So you're going to come to your left forearm. Your shoulder is going to be over your elbow. I want you to bend your knees. 3, 2, 1. You're going to lift your hips up and forward towards me. You can reach that top arm up towards the ceiling if you'd like. And then we're going to tap it down and reach it up. So tap, reach and open the chest. Tap, reach and open the chest. Tap, reach and open the chest. All the while you're lifting that right side of the pelvis up towards the ceiling. Tap, reach up. Tap, reach up and open the chest. Tap, reach up. Good. Release the hips down. Switch sides. So you can either roll over to your other side, or you can do what I'm doing, stay facing forward and just move over to the opposite forearm. So now we're on the right forearm, shoulder over the elbow. Knees are bent, legs are stacked. 3, 2, 1, you're gonna lift your hips up. So lifting up that left side of the pelvis towards the ceiling as best as you can. We're looking for some clearance between the mat or the floor and your hip. Reach up. Good. Tap the mat, reach up and open the chest. Tap the mat, reach up and open. Tap, up and open. Tap, up and open. Tap, still lifting those hips, up and open. Tap, up and open. Tap, lift and reach. Tap, lift and reach. Tap, lift and reach. One more, tap, lift and reach. Good. Go ahead and release down to your back. So lay down on your back. Put the soles of your feet on the mat. So you're going to have the knees bent up, going to be on your back side. If you can't quite get the back of your head down to the floor, you're going to use a towel roll or something underneath it, and we're going to do those hip scoots. So we're going to lift the hips up to the left and set them down. Then we're going to lift up, shift them right, and set them down. If you'd like, you can take your arms up over your head if that's available to you. You can take them out to a T for a little bit more lengthening across the front body. So lift up, scoot left, and down. Lift up, scoot right, and down. Get those hips up as high as you can. Lift, scoot left, down. Lift, scoot right, down. Lift, scoot left, down. Lift, scoot right, down. Good. Lift, scoot left, down. Lift, scoot right, down. One more. Lift, scoot left, down. Last one. Lift, scoot right, and down. Good. From here, just go ahead and just slightly move the knees side to side, just nice and easy, just kind of rocking, moving the hips and lengthening out the low back a little bit here. And then knees back up to the ceiling. If it's available to you, arms down at your sides. Inhale, float the arms up over your head next to your ears as far as is available to you. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, bring the arms down at the sides. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Good, one more time. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Good. Go back to rocking the knees slightly from side to side. However your arms are, I want the palms to be up towards the ceiling. So just rocking the knees from side to side, and then let's let the legs drop to the right side. And if you need to roll a towel or put a piece of clothing or a prop underneath your thigh here, you completely can. That's perfectly fine. You don't have to get your legs down to the floor. You're going to look up towards the ceiling, or we're going to turn our head to the left slightly. If that's too much, you can alternate looking up at the ceiling and then turning it to the left. You should feel a nice big side stretch on the left. Take a couple of nice deep breaths in and out here. Good, and then slowly bring those knees back up to the center and just gently rock them, just some micro movements here into the hips and the low back. And then we'll let them, when you're ready, come to the left side. Again, prop underneath that left leg if that feels good for you. Looking up at the ceiling, or if it works for you, you're going to start to turn your gaze to the right and back to the center. Try your best to keep the shoulder blades on the floor. So that's probably going to be the hardest part. So we're looking on working and lengthening the trunk, lengthening that spine into nice rotation. So do what feels good for you, but work towards keeping the shoulder blades on the mat and dropping the knees to the side. Slowly turning the head, nice and gentle. Good. Slowly bring the knees back up to the center. And then choose a side to come over onto. And then I want you to really just take your time making your way up to a comfortable seated position. And then we are going to come up, we'll pause for just a couple of seconds here in sitting. And then we are going to make our way back up to standing and finish up with a couple other standing stretches. So take your time. Chair if you need to come up. Remember, we're kind of shifting those positions, so just being mindful if you feel lightheaded, taking a seat if you need to. Grabbing some water at this point would be good. So chair is always available to you for some stability, but we're going to take our feet nice and wide. On an inhale, I want you to reach the arms all the way up. On an exhale, I want you to let them fall all the way down. So take up as much space as you can here. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, reach them all the way down. Good. This time, inhale the right arm all the way up. Exhale, nice side stretch to the left. Try your best to keep breathing here. Good. Nice deep breath in. Reach both arms up. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Continuing to breathe here, kind of cooling down a little bit. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, open up the chest here. Bend the knees just slightly. So you're kind of pulling the elbows towards your side bodies. Good, then just release your arms down at your sides. As you inhale, reach the arms towards me. Exhale, open up the chest. Good, take a breath in. Exhale, bring the hands back. Inhale, reach them out, open up that chest, pull the shoulder blades together. Exhale, bring them back to center. One more time, belly is in. Inhale, open up that chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, come back to center. Good, inhale, reach the arms all the way up and out. Exhale, take that right arm, move it to the right. You move to the left. Inhale, open up. Exhale, move to the right. A little more rotation here. Inhale, open up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, open up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, nice and big all the way up. Exhale, release your arms down. Good, give yourselves a pat on the back. Round of applause. Awesome job today. If you still feel like you need to cool down a little bit more, keep walking, keep moving, do a little bit of light stretching, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.